rolling. This is the third time I've tried to film this. So the first time I just didn't like it. I don't know. I got like 20 minutes in. I was like, you know what? All I've done is eat. And it wasn't vibing, so. And then the second time I needed water and I didn't want to like, whatever. Okay. So, as you can see, I am in my old room, or maybe not as you can see because you've never been in my old room before, but so yeah, I'm in my parents' house right now. I'm in Kentucky. My parents are at work right now, but I was at my brother's place earlier, and yeah, I got here on Thursday. So let me tell you about the flight here. So on Wednesday, December 20th, I was supposed to fly here, and my flight was at 10:18 a.m. I missed my flight because I was late to the airport and I forgot to check in because I've never checked in before and I didn't know. And then I had to rebook my flight, and the next flight, the soonest one there was at 11 p.m. So I waited at that airport for 13 hours. 14 because the flight was late because of the crew. And I originally had a layover in Houston, but then my layover got changed, or like, you know, like I was supposed to go to Houston and then fly here, but it changed to I went to Chicago then here, which in retrospect I'm kind of glad about because Texas scares me. Chicago scares me too, but you know, I don't know, I don't even know. I feel like it was the lesser of the two evils kind of moment, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I left the airport at like midnight. Actually, no, that's a lie. We left a little bit before 1 a.m. because we still sat on the airport because someone brought a freaking dog. And so we had to like deal with that, or they had to deal with that, whatever. And then I got to Chicago at like 4 or 5. No, it was like 6 or 7 in the morning because time was moving forward since we were crossing time zones. And then I flew out again from Chicago. And I don't even know, like, I feel like that was just weird. Like, how do we like time travel? And then I got to Kentucky at 11 something. I got here a little bit before noon, and then my brother picked me up and took me to my parents' store. And then, sorry, I'm like wondering if they're home or not. But that happened, and then I took it to my parents' store, and then I just like worked. My parents immediately put me to work. I was like, okay, guys. I wasn't too mad about it because I didn't really expect much for them. But to be honest, you guys, my mom aged backwards, my dad aged forward, as Asians do. But at first it was very surreal seeing them, and it was surreal seeing the town. Listen, my small little town that I'm from down here in the South, it's changed a lot and it's grown a lot. Like, the traffic here is crazy. I was like, hey, yo, why there's so many people here? And I knew there was a lot of people here because even before I left, there was really bad. But like when I was younger, it was not like this. I don't know. The world has too many people in it, you guys. There's too many people on this planet. We need population control. Some of us need to just bite the bullet and move to Mars or go to the North Pole or Antarctica, okay? I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean. There's too many people on this planet. Let me just get a sip of water. But there's no food in the house. I literally had a pack of ramen and there's nothing to eat. The pantry and the fridge is like completely empty. And I have no means of transportation besides my friends and family, but they are all busy right now. So I'm just stuck here with no food. So I was like, why not? Whatever. I literally have been eating this bowl, not this bowl, but this box of cereal. And it's not very good. Well, it's good, but it'd be better with some milk. And y'all think my mom will let me take her car to go get something later? I don't know. I don't know if anything will even be open because it's Christmas Eve. Is it Christmas Eve? Yes, it's Christmas Eve. But I really don't know how to explain to you guys how I feel about being back here, if I'm gonna be honest. This feeling is just this feeling of like realizing that nobody can truly belong to a physical place, okay? Because the minute I walked into my room, I was shook because it had been cleaned up. You know, my mom, she took everything out of it. She took all the dead plants out. She cleaned it up. My lamp wasn't even in here, or at least the lamp I got off Amazon. There's like a lamp over here that's like my favorite lamp in the whole world. I'm debating on whether or not I should take it back with me. I'm probably not going to. But you best believe when I get my own place in California, like my own place, I'm coming back here for this lamp, okay? I don't care if it turns into a Reddit lamp story. I'm taking it with me. But, you know, it's just, basically what I'm trying to say here is that, yes, this room is like sacred to me and I love this room. And I feel like a lot of my pain recently has been because I feel like I don't belong anywhere, or I feel like I don't have a home. And I feel like this is something that I've been worried about for a really long time now. But I'm kind of realizing and have realized that I am home, you know? My family, they're home. They are home to me. Nothing makes me happier than just being me in my body. And I know that sounds corny, but what I'm trying to convey to you guys is, for a really long time, I thought that I felt like I didn't belong anywhere in California, and I thought that I truly only belonged here. But now that I'm back here, and I'm kind of realizing that this room was nothing more than an extension of me, my feelings, my fears, my thoughts, what was happening to me. It made me realize that I have been the common denominator in what has been home to me for a very long time now, whether it be my family, whether it be the room that I'm in, whether it be where I am, whether it be the car that I'm driving, whether it be the friends that I'm friends with, whether it be the people that I'm dating. I realize that I've been the common denominator in all of that, and it just seems as if though there's this other culmination point where I'm realizing that I have been projecting what I feel, because it's like a huge blockage, you know? Like, I really do feel like this is like a huge blockage for me, because I don't understand what I want for myself. I don't understand what I need. But all I realize is that I feel lonely, and I want to feel not lonely, because being around my family has made me feel just as lonely, if I'm gonna be honest, because they're so different from me now. And I feel, because I hung out with my brother's friends and they're like, oh, he too bougie for us now, you know, like he all LA. And I was like, you know, I know they meant it in a joking way, but there was some truth in that. And I was like, that's not how it is, you know, like you guys will always be my family, and you guys will always be all anyways. But I really don't know what I'm trying to say here. I was debating on whether or not I actually wanted to film this anyways, because I really didn't know how I was gonna put any of these feelings into words, you know? But I'm trying. I hope you guys are bearing with me. But I don't know, you guys. I've been feeling really lonely, and I realized that one of my biggest childhood wounds, and something that has been playing out in like all of my relationships, and I really do feel like nobody wants me around, or like I really don't feel like there is like people have never made me feel like they want me around. It's always felt like, oh, if you want to be around, you can be, or like, oh, like, you know, like I need someone to come with me. Do you get what I'm saying? And like maybe that isn't the case, but like I'm setting this intention with you guys right now, but whoever it is, hold on, I'm just gonna check if someone's like here. No one's here. Sorry, I'm paranoid. That's how it always was when I lived here, huh? But this would be a cute thumbnail. Anyways, basically what I'm trying to say here is that like my parents, when I was little, they were always working. My brothers always had each other and they always excluded me. And there's this specific memory that's been coming up, and I don't know why it was coming up, but now it kind of hit me, you know? But basically, I remember one time my youngest brother was asking my youngest brother was asking my oldest brother, hey, can you take me here? Because he could drive and my oldest could drive and my youngest could not. Or like, not the youngest, the middle, he could not drive yet. And my oldest was like, no, you have to take me with you. It's either take him with you or you don't go, or something like that. Basically, it was just kind of this thing where it's like they didn't want to leave me home alone or something, and my middle brother was like, just leave him here, it's not like he's gonna do anything, you know? And like this was just like this thing happens where people talk about me right in front of me, and I never realized that like this has happened to me so many times where I'll be in a group of people and they'll start talking about me right in front of me, and not like in a gossipy, rude, confiding kind of way, but more so in a way that like, yeah, like he's a really great person, isn't he? Or like, yeah, he's really smart, isn't he? And I'm like, you guys know I'm right here, you know, you can literally just tell me you're really smart, or like you're a really good person, you know, you don't have to, I don't know. It's something that's happened to me for a while now, and I kind of realized that this is something that has happened to me my whole life, where I just feel like I'm literally not there, or I feel like a robot or something. But that specific memory of my brothers has really been messing with me, because I'm like, am I really that like big of a burden to you guys? Am I really that much of a nuisance, you know? Like, and I get that they were young and it wasn't even like that, and it's like I shouldn't take that personally, but I still internalized it because I really didn't know what to make of that situation, you know? And I feel like ever since I was a little kid, I made sure to like simplify my needs and make sure that I was as easy to please as possible, because I felt like if I was too needy or something, then my family would get burdened or something. And I felt like they were always busy anyways, and I wouldn't want to burden them, you know? And I just feel like it's one of those things that's really hurt me, like on a mental level. And I just hate to see this, you know? I hate to think that when I was little, I constantly isolated myself because it just felt, I just wanted to be alone, you know? I feel like when I was little, I was so clingy with my mom. I was the clingiest child on planet Earth. I was really clingy with my dad too, but not as much as my mom. I was super clingy, you know. Whenever she would take me to church, oh my god, she would take me to the sanctuary with her, and the lady would like tell me I have to go to Sunday school, and she would like pull me away from my mom. My mom wouldn't even look at me, and I would just be bawling my eyes out. I'm like, why, you know? Like, why are you letting her take me? Like, why can't I just stay in here with my mom? And then I remember when this witch finally dragged me into Sunday school, I'd curl up in the middle of the room like this. Hold on. And I would be crying. Like, I would literally be bawling my eyes out. And I remember kids would like look through like this space right here, like, you know, like where I'm doing this right here. they'd be like, he's crying and stuff like that, and everyone would be like, just leave him alone. And I'm kind of glad that they said leave me alone, but I would literally be bawling my eyes out, you guys. I would do that for like over half of Sunday school. I would sit in the middle of the room, not participate, not talk to anyone. I would just cry because I was bitter and I was mad and I wanted to be with my mom. And then the last maybe like 10-15 minutes, I would really get along with the kids and I would just like end up having a great time. But it's just like I still spent like over 3/4 of that session, or whatever you want to call it, being mad because I wanted to be with my mom. And like I feel like this is just really played a huge part in who I am, in feeling like I just feel like I'm not wanted anywhere, and also feeling like I have horrible separation anxiety, you guys. I have the worst separation anxiety in the world. I can't do it. I don't like when I travel. This is the thing. I don't mind when I travel, but I hate when my friends travel. I hate when my friends move. I hate when anyone that I care about moves. I hate when anyone that I care about, they go somewhere that's like a considerable distance without telling me. I don't like when my family travels. Cause like I feel like they've forgotten about me, you know. I remember my ex in high school. This is like when it really came out, and this is when I wasn't aware that I had separation anxiety. But I remember he would like say, "Oh, I'm traveling," or "Oh, I'm going here with my mom," or "Oh, I'm going." And it wasn't like I'm going to the store or anything like that. That's not whatever. But he'd be like, "Oh, I'm probably gonna go to New York or something," and I remember I would get the worst anxiety in the world. And I remember I'd be like, I would like start I would start wanting reassurance. I would get clingy. I would like push him away too and stuff like that. And all of this has just made me feel like I am far too much work to like have around. And I know that's really messed up to say. I know I shouldn't say that, but like that's just how I feel. Like I genuinely feel like no one wants me around, and when people tell me that they want me around, I am so convinced that they're just saying that to me. I know, like, and I feel like there's some truth there, and I feel like there's something to look for in there as to why I seek people out that do confirm that in me, or that they do confirm that feeling, because usually they do forget about me or something like that. This is something that I also wanted to mention to you guys, and something that I don't know how it's gonna come off. It's just how I feel, and it's not good or bad. But my friend, she went and flew out and seen her boo thing, as y'all knew from last video. But when she was coming back, she was like, "Can I see you guys? I'm sad." And it just kind of like, it kind of hurt me that it felt like she only wanted to see me because she was sad, or like she missed somebody, and I felt like I was a body so that she didn't have to be alone, or I was like a placeholder or something. And listen, I know that's not how it is, because there's a reason she asked my friend and I, you know, there's a reason she asked us out of all people, because I know there's plenty of people she could probably ask. But like, do you see what I mean? Like, do you see like my thought process, and do you see that I literally can't help but think the absolute worst of people's intentions and what they want from me and why they want to spend time with me? Do you know what I mean? I need some water. And I was gonna say, the intention that I want to set with you guys is that whoever my next lover is, I want him to just understand how I feel. Because I feel like there's been a lot of times where I have gotten absolutely torn apart because I didn't know how to communicate this need, and I didn't know how to communicate the fact that I am anxious and that I am nervous, and that I do kind of have I feel like I have like a mixture of anxious avoidant. Is that a thing? Like anxious avoidant? Who cares about the attachment style? Like, stop. Just let me be. But anyways, I hope that he just understands that, you know, and I hope that above all else, he genuinely wants me around and makes an effort to prove that to me. That's one of my intentions and one of my emotional needs. Point blank, period. I haven't even prayed today, but I'm about to pray right after this. I don't know, you guys. And I don't like communicating these feelings to people because I just feel like they always take the wrong way. I hate when people do that to me. I don't like when I communicate my feelings. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel so I can get it out and so that you can know, and they like take it like I get so irritated, you know? Like why do you think that my feelings are like your responsibility or something, or like not like your responsibility, but like you think that like you can't control my feelings. I can't even control my feelings. So why, you know? Exactly. And I get really pissed off when people do that to me. I don't like when people subject me to that, where they make me feel like it's not safe to feel, you know? Just let me feel however I feel, and I will say what I feel like needs to be said to you, okay? And you don't need to go and do all that. This dog is really pissing me off, but anyways. But I guess it's a sign to just like calm down. Also, I cannot believe that this is still here. Guys, there's like these random things in this room that I really want to show you guys that I'm taking with me back to California. First of all, it's like these sensory tubes. I know I'm getting distracted right now, but like I feel like I need to just like take my mind off of things. You see how pretty these are? Oh my god, they're so fabulous. I'm so glad my mom kept these. I really did think she was gonna throw them away or something. Okay. And then I also have this. Isn't this the cutest thing? I was looking for this the other day too. Lo and behold, it was 2,000 miles away from me. And there's also this. It's just like a scarf, but I was like, what if I tie it around my neck and like give it like coquette vibes? Have you guys seen that trend where like people have been like tying bows all over everything? It's kind of disgusting, if I'm gonna be honest, because it's like, why are you doing that? But at the same time, it's kind of hilarious. Especially the one where like they tied around their like spouse's like neck or like bicep or something. It's just like, what is going on? See, if I was like, actually, I could see myself wearing this, you guys. I could see myself wearing this. Not like with this shirt, obviously, but anyways, I digress. Yeah, that's my intention, is that I enter a relationship where I genuinely feel like I'm wanted, you know, where I feel like my company is wanted, you know, preferred over other people's company, you know? And not like in a way that's like, oh, I would rather have you around because this person's just so disgusting and gross. And it's just kind of like, okay, like, you know, I think that's stupid. Like, don't tear other people down just to like validate me. Anyways, another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is I saw this TikTok, and this guy, first of all, I don't like when people are like, when I'm older or like when I was younger and they're like 24 years old. Dude, you are not old, okay? Stop. This guy, he was 23 he's 23 years old. This really irritated me, okay? He was all like, the older gays are telling me, and I wish I listened to them before I got older. You are still young, okay? Why do you guys think you guys are like 1,000 years old just because you are not 12 years old anymore? What does that even mean? I'm 21 and I still feel like a little kid, okay? I do not feel grown, all right? I don't care. I'm still dealing with like 14-year-old boy issues, okay? I'm still a young, immature brat, okay? I don't care. Why do you guys even want to grow up, you know? Like, I'm not... Listen, I don't have a problem with aging. I know that when I'm 50, I'm going to be like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm 50 now. But, like, why do you guys think you guys are so old when you're, like, 23? Especially millennials. Oh, my gosh. I do not like this age of, like, that generation right now. Like, the millennials. I like a few of them, you know, especially since my brothers are millennials. Also, I got my brother's birth chart. Turns out he's going through his Saturn return. Shout out to him, you know, like, can we, like... pray for him or something? You know, like, can we do that for him? His Saturn, I was looking through his birth chart and he said Saturn and Pisces. My brothers are both Libra risings too. What does this mean for the culture? I don't know if my middle brother is a Libra rising because I don't know if I have his exact time of birth. But my middle brother is a Virgo sun, Leo moon, and my oldest brother is a Libra sun, Capricorn moon. So tell me what you guys think. My dad is a Scorpio sun, Gemini moon. I think he's a Gemini moon. I need to get his stuff. My mom is a Pisces sun, Cancer moon. Girl. I like how my parents are like these very like watery, airy, emotionally people, and then their sons are like these very like earthy, very like, because I'm a Taurus moon, as you guys know, like we're all like these gaggle of like, I call this the gaggle of earth signs. Literally no one knows I call us that. That's just what I would think of us in my head. But we're just a gaggle of earth signs, and we're just very like kind of cynical, and like some of us are materialistic. My oldest brother's not that materialistic, and we were bickering amongst ourselves about it in Sam's Club yesterday because he was trying to get a shelf for something in his kitchen, and he was like, I just need to get a shelf. And I was like, you should get a pretty one. And he was like, I'm not a materialistic person, okay? I just need something that works. And I looked at him, I was like, well, it's just, if it doesn't even matter, then why don't you, if anything, get a pretty one, you know? And he was like, I'll worry about that later. I was like, no, I don't do that. I worry about it now, and then I will never worry about it ever again. And he was like, fair enough. But I thought it was funny because he always says he's not a very materialistic person, but I very much think he is, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But I just feel like we're all very materialistic in our own ways, especially my middle brother. I definitely think I'm the most materialistic out of the three of us, but my middle brother is pretty close run up. I forgot what I was talking to you guys about. Something about, I was telling you guys Saturn return. Oh, I was talking about millennials. So there are a few millennials I like, because, you know, my brothers are millennials. I know a few millennials. They're cool, all right? They can be really cool when they understand their age, okay? When they understand themselves to a degree. And I'm talking about these weird AF millennials that are obsessed with like teaching. Listen, you know what the millennials are giving? It's giving when freshmen become sophomores and they immediately start talking shit about the freshmen. You were a freshman 3 seconds ago, okay? Millennials were literally 20, my age, like not even a decade ago. Stop acting like you are so much older than me, and like they're like, oh, we got through our 20s, like your 20s, they're so turbulent, they're gonna go by so fast. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. My life has been turbulent ever since I was born. So what do you mean? You know, I don't understand. But this guy being 23 and trying to be all like, I wish they told me before I got older. You're still young. What are you talking about? And what he was talking about really irritated me, because he was like, oh, I realize that when you are friends with like straight people or like straight girls especially, they will eventually abandon you when they get into a relationship or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's happened to me, but I was thinking about this, and in my head, I immediately went, how is that a gay man experience? You know, that is something we all go through. We all have friends that get into a relationship and completely ditch us. And I don't like this divide that people are creating between like gay people and like straight people. Like, why do you have to like differentiate yourself or like make our experiences so painfully different from straight people? Like, we literally go through the same things that straight people do, just like from a different perspective and a different lens. Like, we are not that much different than them, okay? Just because I am a gay man and I like flipping, I don't know, I don't really like saying gay man, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I just don't like it. I feel weird. I feel like that term has been like, it's tired. Someone home? Sorry, it's like, yeah, I dropped my thing. I'm wearing shorts, don't worry. I'm not like nude or something. But why do people like, why do homo people and hetero people constantly have to like act like just because of the gender that we prefer, like on a sexual, romantic, whatever level, means that we are so different from you. Like, it's just, I don't know why they take these experiences that literally everyone from all different backgrounds and demographics go through and like try to like make them exclusive to us, because not only does that create more alienation within other communities that probably experience the same exact thing, but it also just kind of like it gives victim, you know, it gives like, oh, we are a victim of something just because like we are this and we experience this. Like, no, that's not, you know, I get very irritated by that, because yes, I have gone through situations where I am friends with a straight girl and she gets into a relationship and then she immediately ditches me and we are never friends again, or we don't talk as much again until she gets out of the relationship. But there are people that I know that are not gay men that have gone through that as well, you know, and I just like, I don't understand that. Why? I got very irritated by that, especially because he's 23. Dude, there are plenty of people in the 20s that do that, okay? It doesn't matter who you are. And he was like, gay people need to stick together. Duh, okay? Of course, everyone needs to stick together. What do you mean, you know? It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, but like, we all need to stick together, you know? It ain't not like we huddle up in groups and we like, you know, it's just like, it's not, I just got very annoyed, and I'm sure you can tell that I'm very annoyed. It's hot. I'm gonna turn this off. My thigh is like warming up, but I don't know, you guys. I don't like that the LGBTQIA plus community is just so like obsessed with, or not obsessed, but there's just always like things that they do and things that the people within the community do to kind of like differentiate themselves or alienate themselves and victimize themselves, because there are hardships that we have gone through, or that there are things that we have gone through that maybe other communities simply haven't spoken about, so we immediately assume that it's like an exclusive experience, you know? And it's just like, there's way too many people on this planet that are not part of that community that have probably gone through the same thing, you know? It's like, that's like saying like only like, I don't know, like, it's okay. First of all, see, like Asian people, like our stereotype, and like at least what I've experienced is like we are very much taught to be good in school, you know, our parents are very hard on us to be good in school, you know, but it's like, yes, that's a stereotype, but other cultures do that too. There are people within other cultures and different backgrounds that are nowhere near being descendants of Asian people that have gone through that as well. And it's just kind of like, that's not an exclusive experience, you know, that is just something that has been stereotyped. And it's just like, you guys are literally in the midst of creating more stereotypes and like perpetuating these stupid narratives that literally have nothing to do with like what you prefer at a gender level. And maybe he meant something else, but like, I feel like I got the gist of it, you know, because I watched the whole video and I understood what he was trying to say. But I just felt like, it just sounds like you're friends of terrible people. It just sounds like you're friends of people that, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's just it. And I'm not saying like it's all your fault or anything like that, but I'm just saying like, you really don't need to take an isolated experience or just like a handful of experiences that have happened to you and then immediately chalk up these weird conclusions that like it's something that the entire community goes through, you know? Especially because it seems as if though he was like, I wish that I listened to the older people that told me. And it's kind of like, it just sounds like you took their advice and you became them, you know? Like, I ain't never take advice from people I don't want to be like, okay? That's why I be asking y'all for advice, because y'all sound like sound, intelligent people that just want to live a happy life and want peace and serenity for the world, okay? That's what I want, okay? I want fulfillment. I want money. I want to eat good. I want to lay down and be happy. I want people who are not black to stop saying the N-word. I want like, you know, just like peace, love vibes, you know? Like, I want good things for this world. And sometimes it just feels like there are people who don't want that. Who doesn't want some of those things though? Who doesn't want all of those things, you know? Who doesn't want to like lay down in a bed in an air-conditioned room with good lighting, with good food, with zero oppression around? You know, who doesn't want that for themselves, you know? Anyways, guys, there's that. just get very irritated. Sorry, I'm in my feelings now. But I feel really bad. I'm sorry if, I don't know if you watch this channel, but the person that orders like 8 readings at a time, I don't know if you are watching, but if you are, I'm so sorry I haven't been able to get to your readings. I've genuinely been so tired, and like these past few days have been so much, but I still wanted to talk to you guys and update you guys because I feel I love talking to you guys. I love, you know, like keeping you guys up. I also feel like this is like a great venting space for me. So I think that after this I'll do a few more readings, but anyways. I'm kind of hoping my mom lets me take her car out later and like go somewhere and get some food or something. If she doesn't, oh well, but these are so pretty. Also, how would you guys feel if I ever did ASMR? I feel like ASMR is like turned into another cash grab community, you know, where people just like are trying to sell things. It gives like those tarot readers that like they upload, like when you go to their bio and they only have like 500 subscribers and they have like 1 billion links to like their Cash App, their PayPal, and like, you know, it's just like, I don't know, you guys. I was thinking about this because I watched this video and this girl was talking about how Pluto is ingressing into Aquarius next year and how it will no longer be so much about money and people who have made it all about money will be exposed. And like, I feel like, okay, I want to set more intentions with you guys, and I really feel like this is a great time to do so, since I think that this is going to be the last day, or like I'll be able to film and talk to you guys before New Year's. But I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't want money. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm not sitting here and I'm lying to y'all. Like, that is just so like, why are you lying to the government? Who, maybe I can't speak for everyone, but for me, I want more money. Okay, I want nice things. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you know, like, no. I want a house, okay? I want car. I want new things. I want real gold jewelry. I want nice things, okay? But I'm not sitting here and saying that that's all that I want, you know? Because right now, I'm like doing what I can to help the world, okay? Like, I donate like a few bucks at a time to like, you know, like charities for stuff for like Palestine. I do what I can, okay? But I'm an unstable 21-year-old, okay, with a very unsteady income that relies on his parents. And I'm like, it be hard sometimes, okay? But I need to check that donation thingy. I haven't been able to because like I deleted Instagram and I didn't realize that I needed to use Instagram to get to it. So like I'm gonna find another way. I'm gonna probably go on the website. But anyways, that's besides the point. I thought that video was very interesting because like I feel like for a really long time now I've demonized myself or like gotten mad at myself for wanting money, but like realistically, like I feel like we all deserve money and we all deserve to live like a comfortable like life where we can buy what we need and what we want. But I just like, I really do want to help people. I really do want to be there for people. And actually, I really don't think that I need to explain myself much in this, because if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But I know that with all that's happened with Witch Obsession and all that I've cultivated and all that I've done for people so far, it feels good. And it feels good to be the person that I wish I had or have. And I want to continue being that. Maybe it's only for me, you know, but I know that my intention for this new year and my intention for 2024 as a whole is to continue to better myself and continue to become a better person. And that when I mess up, when I step out of line, when I do things wrong, it'll be a moment for me to learn and it'll be a moment to do something better, because I know that I cannot be perfect all the time. And I know that I will never be what everyone needs me to be all the time. But I know that I can try, okay? Like, don't tell me otherwise. I will try. Anyways, besides that, I hope that message came off right. I'm kind of worried about it because, like, I feel like saying I want nice things can be a little bit tacky or something. Or, like, like in the fact that, like, I haven't really stuck by my word before and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, you guys, but isn't this so pretty? It's like? What if I like make them like wolf claws? What is that noise? Like a scraping noise outside. You know what this is giving? This is giving like acrylic nails. I feel like I have more to say as always, but I don't know what to say, so probably be it in a second. But what was that noise? I'm so curious. Ew, there's like spider webs over here, girl. Also, I have these binoculars. Sorry, I'm just like really excited to have you guys in this room. And, you know, this is like my childhood. Sorry, I'm trying to make a thumbnail. I want a funny thumbnail. I think that's all I have for you guys today. Yeah, I'll see you a little bit later. I don't know when I'll see you, but I love you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad, happy holidays, Merry Xmas. I love you. Bye.